Okay, so today we're talking about the area of a triangle, and you kind of already know how to do some of this. So this little guy right here, if you are interested in knowing how formulas come to be, and that's really something that will help you make sense of some things, then you could write this down. Most of you are probably just going to want to watch. This is not something you're necessarily going to have to write. Normal triangle, we've got A, we have B, we have C. How do you find the area of a triangle? What's formula? Base times height divided by 2, or half times base times height, right? And I'm going to choose to write the word base because we have a letter B already. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm going to say half times base times height. Now, here's the thing. Today, maybe they're not going to give you the height. Yeah, problem. So we need another formula. So let's think about this. This is 90 degrees, and this is our height. I'm going to cover this up. If all you had was that right triangle, and we want to talk about some relationships here, couldn't I say that the sine of angle B equals opposite over hypotenuse, so h over a? That is true, right? And I just want the height. That's the only thing I'm concerned about here. So I'm going to multiply both sides by a. And h equals whatever that is. So in my equation, I'm going to replace this. I've got area equals 1/2 times the base, which in this case is c, right? Times the height, which is a sine b. And there's one of your formulas. Now, sometimes they're not going to give you angle B. Sometimes they'll give you angle A. Sometimes they'll give you angle C. So here's the formulas that you do want to write down. Area of a triangle. Once you have one, you've really memorized them all. If you'll notice, it's area equals 1/2, 2 of the sides, and the included angle. So for every formula, you use A, B, and C. So whatever letter you didn't use for the sides, that's what you use for the angle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for all 3 formulas, they all just use ABC one time. And it's 2 sides and the included angle. 2 sides and the included angle. So area equals 1/2 BC sine A. Area equals 1/2 AC sine B. Area equals 1/2 AB sine C. Questions so far? Okay, I'm going to scoot this up then. Here's example 1. There's the picture. Notice it's not triangle ABC. This time it's DEF. That's okay. They're just letters. They're just names. You could call the corners Greg, Jerry, and Joe. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I do have 2 sides and an included angle. So the formula will work. So we have area equals 1/2 the 2 sides, so 9 and 12, times sine of the included angle. So sine of 127 degrees. And then you have a calculator and you just type the whole thing in. To show steps today, I just need to know what you typed in your calculator. So you just have to write 2 lines.
You have to find the height for that?
The height is this piece right here, 12 times sine of 127. That is the height of it. The base is 9. So you don't actually have to find it. The formula has done it for you. Does that make sense to whoever asked that question? I'm assuming yes. Did you guys get 43.12?
Yes.
Or 13, I guess I should say. And we're in feet. And thank you, it is squared, yes. Area is always feet squared.
Always feet and square.
Not feet squared, it's always squared. Smart aleck. Any questions on how to use that formula, guys? Christian, you good? All right. Next page. Next example. What? We okay? What? Okay, here we go. Find the area of a triangle ABC if, and they just give you the information, they don't give you the picture. For most of you, it's going to help to draw out this picture, and I kind of prefer that you did. So we draw a picture. It does not have to be to scale. It probably won't be to scale. You just need a triangle. Because we got to find out what we know and what we don't know. I'm looking here, and I don't even have two sides. In order for that formula to work, I need two sides and an included angle. So angle B is 58 degrees, 10 minutes. Side A is 32.5. And angle C is 73.3 degrees.
Why is it 58 degrees 10 minutes and 73.3?
It's just the way it's set up.
So what are we supposed to
It's not going to matter. Because in the end, we're just looking for area. So it doesn't matter what you use. Does that make sense? Okay, here's the problem. I need two sides and an included angle. And it doesn't matter if I have these two sides in this angle or these two sides in this angle, but I got to find a side. Thank you, law of sines. Tiffany's right. So we're going to solve for, why not? We'll just find C. So C over sine of C. Ocean, you may find B if you like, dear. Equals, I know he is. Equals, what do I do now? I'm going to wind up with two unknowns. I do have this side. I should probably use A. So I have 32.5 over sine of, how do I get A? We subtract. 180 minus 73.3 minus 58 degrees, so second apps enter. 10 minutes, so 10 second apps 2. I think if we change that to degrees, minutes, and seconds, I think it comes out really pretty. Because I know it's kind of gross like this. So I'm going to hit second apps, and I'm going to change it. And yeah, it's pretty. It's 32 minutes. Zoom in a little so you guys can see that. Okay, so now I've got that angle, so I'm going to finish up my formula over here so that it's 48 degrees, 32 minutes. And now you can solve for C. So I multiply both sides by, multiply both sides by sine of 73.3. You guys get 41.5 for?
Yes.
Okay, we're done, right? No, what are we looking for? Area. Now that I have two sides and an included angle, I can do that. So we use our formula. Area equals 1/2 times the two sides times sine of the included angle. We just type it in. Guys, it's 573.5. And it's centimeters squared. Don't forget your labels, please. Yes, ma'am. Probably not. If you did use the 73.3, it's fine, except that we would have to have this side over here, and we don't have that side. You have to have two sides and the included angle.
Okay. So
Yep. Two sides in the included angle. It's a great question. Two sides in the included angle. That's why we didn't use 73.3. Everybody got that? All right. Questions on how to use that formula? Great. Next formula you have to memorize. It's called Heron's formula. Because, no, not heroin. Very funny. I think some people call it Hero's formula, actually. Anyway, what happens if they give you three sides and you have no angles? There's still a way to solve it, and this really smart dude figured it out. Here is the formula. Area equals big ol' radical. And I see an S here. S stands for semi-perimeter, half the perimeter. You know how to find perimeter, A plus B plus C. Half of it divided by 2. So big ol' radical, and so it's the semi-perimeter times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. Don't forget the radical part, and your calculator does all that for you. Yep.
There's like, oh my god, S minus A and S minus B, S minus C.
It's crazy to imagine, like, some guy sitting around thinking about math and he gets paid to do that. Like, he can still make a living. Like, I don't understand how that works.
Yeah.
No, he teaches. Like, he just thinks about it.
Like, how do you have,
I
why
don't know.
do you have math stress?
I think way back then, those Greek guys just hanging out on the steps of the column, you know, with the columns and all that. Hanging out. Wife's at home, making all the food. I don't know. Alrighty, here we go. Here's your example. Find the area of the following triangle given the sides 13, 15, and 18 meters. So basically, it's can you plug the stuff in? We need to find semi-perimeter first. So we find the regular perimeter, which is 13 plus 15 plus 18, and we divide it by 2. We get what, 23? So then you just plug all this correct stuff into the formula. Big O radical, 23 times 23 minus 13, 23 minus 15, and 23 minus 18. At the very least, write what you type in your calculator, and then we'll call it good. You guys get 95.916. Meters squared. Questions? So, be memorizing, and don't forget yesterday's stuff, be memorizing the area of a triangle, including Heron's formula, and don't forget law of sines from yesterday. Got it? Assignments on the board, page 311, 4 to 52 even. 311, 40 to 52 even. It's short.